Well, hi everyone. My name is Steve Dale. I usually carry the U.S. mail, but right now I'm here on behalf of toTelepathic.org, an organization which has, over the past 8 years now in this area, made a significant difference in the lives of a lot of mostly young adults who have, by making things happen that simply wouldn't have happened otherwise. And there's a good reason for that. It's the motto of this organization. We do know what you want. And what most young people want in this day and age is the opportunity to assemble peacefully in a relatively unrestricted, uncontrolled, and inhibited environment and have a good time. And I'm sure most of the people who have attended the shows we've held over the years will agree that Telepathic Productions has done a pretty good job of providing that special environment. Now, a lot of the folks out there in telepathic land know me better by the nickname of my old 76 Chevy step van monster truck, Godzilla. Godzilla is currently hibernating this winter 2011 season over my old pal Kenny Coyote's Magical Forest Bus Farm, where most of the telepathic shows in the past, the Sensational Spring Fling in May, and more recently the Phantasmagorical Fall Ball in October have been held. And we don't want to wake him out right now, folks. He gets kind of ornery and cranky, but he gets woke up unexpectedly like. So we'll keep it quiet. And he does need his beauty sleep. Now I know Johnson's probably watching this video. And if so, she's got her eye on the traditional trademark telepathic ceremonial gong on my left, and can't wait to hear that sound off again, right, Johnson? But you realize that's probably going to wake up Godzilla, and I don't have to deal with that situation, all right? Hope you understand. All right. Just because you're so adorable, I will give it one soft smack with the official Crown Royal Gong mallet. Maybe won't bother him too much, but look here, young lady. If it does wake him up, you're going to be responsible for putting him back to sleep again, all right? That's going to involve feeding him a bottle of his favorite Marvel Mystery Fish Oil, and then burping him until he belches radioactive cobalt blue Sharon Harris smoke, and then feeding him, singing him his favorite lullaby. That would be Dinosaur by King Crimson. You know how that one goes, right? La, 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 la. Alright, I don't hear anything. You lucky lady. I'm going to be your host this evening for a special 2011 holiday season tribute to the founders and hard-working crew members of TelepathiCProductions.org who have done, as the old saying goes, so much with so little for so long, they're not qualified to do anything with nothing at all. Now, a lot of the folks in telepathic land know some of the history behind telepathic and how its two main instigators, Flo Baby Bottoms, who's currently in the Peruvian mountains, high up in the Andes, Peruvian mountains, sailing around, spotting around with those giant 10-foot wingspan condors, along with his lovely lady Opal, and also his brother, Smooth Slick 50 Bottoms, started holding 24-hour pop-up shows on the West Coast 10 years ago, and then brought them back a couple of years later to the East Coast where they're originally from, so we can all enjoy them around here. Now, what I'd like to talk a little bit more about, though, is the prehistoric era of telepathic productions. All right, that would be the winter of 1971. Now, that's when I met the father of these two main instigators, Streaky Bottoms. Now, a lot of folks out there know Streaky, right? Well, most of you won't realize, though, is that he's the actual mastermind behind TelepathiCProductions.org. He won't admit it. I mean, he claims just to be the donut commissioner, but I know better. We've been partying ever since we met. And we met at the local mall in Rocky Mountain in winter of '71 in the recreational center set up to keep a lot of young high school kids from being a nuisance and loitering around and bothering the local merchants in the mall. And we became acquainted and got introduced to playing chess, set up in the mall, in that center. And we became friends at that point. We've been friends to this day. But before I get on any more with that history, I do have a few commercials I need to clear out. Standard operating procedure, you understand, folks. Tonight's program is brought to you by CelestialChessWorks.com. Now, that's my company. And it began, in a manner of speaking, about the same time I met Streaky. All right? And it's been slowly growing and developing, sort of parallel with the history and prehistory of telepathic productions over the years, growing in stages of development, similar to the organization, but more thanks to the internet, more on an international and a national level of recognition and awareness than local. Now there's a pretty good reason for that. I grew up in the eastern part of North Carolina, rural communities, and I know what some of the telepathic rednecks out there are saying right now. Huh? What? Did he say chess works or chess works? Well, that's the sort of the comments and thing I've had to listen to all my life, and that's the reason why I'm trying to explain what celestial chess works is all about. So now, you figure that one out, all right? Hey, it's a lot like Jeff Foxworthy says on this Father's Day card I got one year.
Sophisticated people play chess. Rednecks can amuse ourselves for hours with a sheet of bubble wrap.
Well, ain't that the truth, folks? Oh, and also before I forget, by the makers of Jesus Shaves coffee mugs. Hey, look at there. Now, I know what's going to be happening this 2011 holiday season. All you telepathic party animals out there are going to be carrying on, throwing down, and celebrating like it's still 1999 with that bunch of kinky little star-graving mad mercury-tainted penguins. Well, maybe not all of you. Maybe some of you don't even know about them yet. But in that case, just put me on your mailing list, and you'll receive the official Celestial Chessworks corporate Christmas card and find out. But for those of you who do know, you already know that better than trying to out-party them, right? They are professionals, all 50 of them, and also registered Republicans. Now, it's okay to invite them in when they come knocking on your door, fashionably late as usual, at 3 a.m. in the morning, and feed them some pickled herring. You know how much they love pickled herring. But the longer you try to hang and out-partying, the more inexorably inebriated, incapacitated you're going to get. Huh? I said drunk while you're down rednecks out there don't understand English language. But when that starts happening to you, all you need to do is pour a sobering jolt of Java in your Jesus Shave coffee mug, and pretty soon a miraculous transformation will occur. But now, I know some of you just aren't listening. You're going, huh, what? I can out-hang a bunch of bird-brained penguins? You don't understand. These are professional partying penguin animals. I mean, Ken Kesey's had that bunch of married pranksters out there on the West Coast all these years now, but we've had the professional penguins over here all along. So the more you try to out-party and out-hang them, the more derelict, delirious, and deranged you're going to get, because you just don't understand some more fundamental inalienable rights. Okay, to keep up with this band of wandering, wassailing wassailers. See, you don't understand what wassailing's all about. Okay, now that's one of your rights that similar to your other more obscure rights, like wappling. You got a Waffle House on every corner. You know what wappling's all about. Okay, wallering. You know about wallering. You tractor pulls, mud swings, and just hanging out with the pigs in general. Wallering. That one you understand. But wassailing, huh? What's that all about? Go look it up in the dictionary, folks. Now, if you don't exercise all your more obscure, inalienable rights, pretty soon you lose, the capacity to do so, and even the memory that you have a right to wassail. Okay, so that's why you cannot hang with the professional partying penguins, because if you do, and you don't know how to wassail, and what that's about, pretty soon you're just going to start stumbling and staggering, falling down your butt, and they're going to get tired of brushing you off, picking you back on your feet again. They do have a lot of functions and parties to go to this holiday season, so they're going to have no choice but to drop your butt off at the Rock Ridge Goat and Ostrich Farm Sanatorium. That's where you're going to be. Duh. All right? Like my old pal Streaky did years ago. And by this time, you're going to be so incoherent and inarticulate, you'll no longer be able to utter so much as the letter D in the alphabet. Okay? That's what Doug, who is the director of the Rock Ridge Goat and Ostrich Farm Sanatorium, is going to enroll you in his rehabilitation speech therapy program. That will be by teaching you his famous 5 full-phrase vocabulary, suitable for any occasion, consisting of "Help me, Lord," "Get yourself," "Bitch," and what's that other one? Well, never mind. But just remember, even when you're in this deplorable and tragic state, it's just like Mick Jagger singing that song again, far away out. You know, you always have the Lord by your side. And if you just call on his name, I mean, not like Doug who does it 50 times a day, just out of instructional habit, but with some conviction, he'll come and shave you. Jesus will come and shave that rich, simple, ugly-looking mug of yours, cleaner and smoother than a brand new baby New Year's bottom. Look at that, folks. Some will say, it's a miracle. Well, either that or a cheap advertising gimmick. I don't know. They might be right. But that's enough of the commercials. It's time now for the appropriate accolades, attaboys, and due recognitions for everyone who's responsible for the success of telepathic productions over the years. That would be the bands and entertainers who kept everyone who came out to the shows dancing from dusk to dawn and then beyond. That's a lot of hard work and effort, folks. And I know it, and we love you guys. But especially to all the core bands like Yesterday's Gravy, who I knew even before thought they were involved with telepathic, back when they were a bunch of young kids, playing as the house band at the Emerald Club, you know, at Emerald Isle, when Godzilla went down there to get a load of fish. You know how much he loves fish. And also to Kinetic, and here lately the Mantras. You know who you are, folks. We love you, and we're looking forward to seeing you again this year. And to all the rest of the telepathic community out there, just remember, you're the reason why we're here. All right? But that's enough of the appropriate accolades and attaboys and such, because if I keep praising this bunch of fart-knocking, telepathic, dharma bums, sleep till noon, party all night gang too much, they're going to think they're entitled to some full-blown fancy horse banquet or something. Huh? Like it ain't enough that I feed him some of Godzilla's fish all the time. Don't let him find out about that. He'll be wanting to swallow them all whole to get it back. Yeah. But sometimes I have to kind of put the fear of Godzilla in folks. Just make them act right. But now I've got everybody all jittery and everything. I need to calm everybody down with a little bit of soothing music, maybe. It's the time for the entertainment portion right now. I'm going to play a little song on YouTube a while back. Before I do that, I would like to have a little word of prayer with all you professional six-string slingers out there. I know what you're thinking too. Those of you thinking of it. What's he doing with his guitar in his hand? And second, after all this commotion carrying on a commercial so far, whether or not the strings on this thing are still loaded. Well, I just want you to know one thing. This here is a genuine Willie Nelson. I'm talking a dirty, heavy Willie Nelson, 44 Magnum guitar. It's got a soundboard and big enough to blow a whole lot of Carnegie Hall. Look at that. And if that wasn't bad enough, also have this guitar pick from Mick Ralphs of Bad Company. Now, before I even think about reaching for those fancy Fender Stratocasters, Gibsons and Martins stuff, think you're going to outstrung them? Sure you want to take that chance? All right, I hate tossing out that wrinkled, dirty, hairy Callahan Clint Eastwood routine on you, but that's just the law of the West, folks. And speaking about West, that's where I'm from. Originally, A.O.K. rap, Ardmore, Oklahoma. So I'm going to play a little country western song heard on YouTube by a young country western star named Hayes Carter. Now, anybody around here heard of Hayes? I saw him at the poorhouse a few years back with my old high school friend of mine, Streaky's named Mona, and he's good. You need to check him out. Well, when I saw this song on YouTube, I went, folks might like to hear this one. But it had that kind of slow, kick or smug, Dominican bass type flavor like Blackpool songs out west. So I thought I'd doctor it up a little bit, make it more fit for consumption for folks in these parts. You know what I'm talking about. That booty and a barbecue sauce flavor like we have in telepathic shows that Don Bass slaps on those hands and shoulders and feeds everyone. Hey, that ain't nothing but right. A lot sassier and tangier in Hayes' version. So now the song goes like this, and it's called She Left Me for Jesus. Well, that'll be in the next video.